Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tim. We have an announcement. Well, I have an announcement. You probably saw it. I usually would say, it's Tim, DJ High Noon, your friendly neighborhood vinyl guy. I've changed my name. Nothing drastic. I think it just calls out a little bit more for what I do. We're talking about vinyl, but I'll always be a DJ at heart, but that's not necessarily what the channel is always about. It is about music. But I think it was just a better fit for the channel now. I've been doing this for almost 2 years, but it seems like it's just a better fit. So from now on, it'll be Tim at High Noon's Vinyl. So still your friendly neighborhood vinyl guy. Anyway, now we got that out of the way. How's everybody been? It's been a minute, I know. I had to pull back. It just, a lot of stuff going on. So I'm spinning this tonight. For those of you who don't know Lisa, L.E., she played this the other day and had some great dance moves to go along with it. But she dedicated this to the VC friends and family. And it's, the thought of everywhere I go, I think of you. So in honor of that love that we all need right now, I too am spinning this tonight while we talk about music. So Lisa, thank you for the inspiration. This one's for you, dear. Love you. All right, so I've got enough stuff that we could go on for days, but I've only pulled 10. I think 10. I don't know, I pulled a stack. These are all new. These are all new records that I picked up while in lockdown, whether it be most recent. Some of these I just picked up in the last few days, to a couple months ago. So really just gonna jump right into them. I'm gonna try to do a couple needle drops. We'll see how it all happens. So first one I want to show you, I've had this one sitting around for a little bit. This is the Cheerful Insanity of Giles, Giles, and Fripp. So everybody knows this gentleman right here, Mr. Robert Fripp. He was, and still is, mastermind guitarist behind King Crimson, so many other acts too. But this was his first foray with the Giles brothers, who Peter, I'm not sure which one Peter is, Peter was originally replaced by Greg Lake when they went on to perform King Crimson and recorded in the Court of the Crimson King. But this is an interesting look into where they were at their humble beginnings. It's very much psychedelic pop. A little bit of that British humor worked into it as well. Some of it also almost feels like it would be great background music for a Monty Python sketch. It's a really enjoyable album, but probably not one you would go to frequently, as it is. It's not a challenging listen. It's not a weird listen. It's a listen. It's the best way I could describe it. This is a 2015 reissue, I believe, on the Cherry Red phonograph label. So I actually gave you a needle drop of this one. I did Suite Number 1. I thought it was one of the better songs on here that really still showed off Fripp's incredible guitar work on this. So Giles, Giles, and Fripp, check them out.
A man and his name. A man and his name is George, I know.
So moving on, just got this one in the other day. My wife had got a gift card from work that she shared with me, which was very generous of her. I had actually gotten one a little while back, and I picked up a couple things with it, and I shared with her. So she felt turn around was fair play. So she asked what I wanted, and I hesitated not one bit. I showed a Tone Poet series earlier on this year What was that? A month ago? I don't remember. It's all a blur. 2020. It's been a hell of a decade. So this is Donald Byrd Chant. Pepper Adams once again on this one. Herbie Hancock, Doug Watkins, Teddy Robinson. Excuse me. The Tone Poet series just comes alive right off the vinyl. If you are not sold on these, you can probably find them under $30. Pick one. Doesn't matter. I would suggest wherever your forte in jazz is, if you prefer more horns, go for that. If you prefer keyboards, go for that. I mean, Grant Green's got a couple great ones. They are phenomenal, high quality audiophile pressings at an affordable price. What I like about this one is that not only did they pick a great album in Donald Byrd's Chant, they did it right with the cover. So this was recorded in '61, released in '79 in that Blue Note special series that had like the white border and the colored stripes, and it just doesn't fit the music. This is done right. So if you're looking at this album, honestly, I'd bypass that '79 issue probably. Get this one. It feels like it's a more proper release for when it was recorded. So, and as usual, you can't do needle drops of Blue Note stuff. Another one I can't do needle drops of, but that's okay. I think we all know who it is. I've heard of this band. They may be going places. So this is the 2017 remaster. I am still kicking myself for not grabbing the 2LP when I had a chance, thinking, oh, maybe it'll come down, maybe I'll find it at a better price, and it didn't, and now it's like $100, and I'm an idiot. Well, I'm an idiot for numerous reasons, just not that. But anyway, like I said, I had some gift card money, really wanted to put this one in the collection, and damn, it's phenomenal. This is a great mix. Giles Martin really knocked it out of the park with this one. Really enjoyed the mix, was glad to see that it was half-speed mastered as well, so the sound is impeccable. So if you're looking for one, it's affordable. This one is affordable. You usually can find it about $25. Really worth it. The sound is fantastic. It's not a mono mix, it is a stereo mix, but it does come alive. I found it really full, really rich, and like I said, the half-speed master does not hurt it at all. Worthy addition to picking up. And then this one I just recently got. I'm going to be seeing a lot of this, I feel, in the VC, and this is Randy Holden's Population 2. We all know Randy Holden from Blue Cheer. This was his one of his solo works, and now this one has been unofficially released. I think there may have been an official remaster in 2007, but I knew that they were kind of hard to come by. Originals of these are stupid. We're talking like $500+ on Hobbit Records. They're insane. So Randy Holden, we all know Dylan at Noble Records, had a great opportunity to kind of sit and talk with Randy Holden, and this sparked a friendship, and out of that came a little meetup with Ridin' Easy Records, and because of that and the reissue, Dylan at Noble Records was able to get 200 pressed in an exclusive yellow that was only available at his store, and I was lucky enough to get one. So all of these are also hand signed by Randy. So if you see a 2020 issue out there that's not hand signed, it is a bootleg. They've already said that from Ridin' Easy. Ridin' Easy may have some of these still left. I know they had a couple presses. So if you are interested, head over there and check them out. I did give you 2 needle drops on this one. I gave you Guitar Song and Blew My Mind, B-L-U-E, not B-L-E-W, but it still blew my mind. So I'll give you a little taste of it. Very acid, very early doom, but fantastic stuff. So check out Randy Holden. These two I've shown before, believe it or not, in my hip hop video. Just wanted to show them officially. These were newer pickups. Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory, Midnight Marauders. Both of them almost perfect 10 albums to me. I try to think which one's better, and to me, it's 1A, 1B. This is pressed properly on 2 LPs, has a better sound. This one is pressed on 1 LP, which is odd because it has like about, I don't know, 14 songs on the damn thing. But it was also pressed at United. I went through 2 of these. It's still noisy and it still bugs me. But I sent the one back, kept this one. I'm looking for the European 2 LP issue. Hopefully that'll be better. But this one, honestly, even though it's somewhat affordable, I mean, it's like probably 15, 16 bucks. It was pressed at United on their budget, just get them in and out the damn door feature. And it suffers, it really does. Low volume, it's also because of the 7 tracks at damn side, but also a lot of pops, and just the quality is just not well done. So buyer beware. If you really want it, you can spring for it, but I don't think this is a great pressing, which kind of sucks, but I'll play it until I get a better one. And then staying in the hip hop lane for just a minute, added some Gangstar to the collection. Much needed step into the arena. This one was on constant rotation for me back in the day. Done on 2 LPs. Gangstar never ever disappoints. To me, Guru is, I don't know if he's a top 20 lyricist, but he's damn close if I had to rank him. Always clever with the wordplay. Just a fantastic lyrical MC with a lot of times with a positive message. And just did not take any type of shorts. Was really just a killer MC. And if you are into hip hop, you know this gentleman right here, DJ Premier. He is probably 1A to 1B with my favorite producers of all time, 1B being Jay Dilla. I can pick their beats out from a million miles away, and they are always phenomenal. I've never heard a bad beat. His throwaway beats are better than some of the people's best work. Just how it is. So, great to add some Gangstar to the collection. So switching lanes a little bit. See, I mean, I'm not doing too bad on time, hopefully. These last 3 are just shredders. I mean, just fantastic stuff. This one, I think Steve Carlson actually showed this a couple weeks ago, and I think I ended up picking up the same pressing he did. This is the Moving Sidewalks in Flash. So if you've been paying attention to anybody around the VC, I know Dylan, again from Noble Records, talked about them recently. This was Billy Gibbons' first band before he broke away and formed ZZ Top. So they were a one and done out of Texas, and this thing, originals of this are probably hitting about 150. I found this one, it's a reissue on Audio Clarity Records. It's out of Russia, so probably a bootleg. But I got it for under 20 bucks. I really wasn't gonna complain. And the sound of the original tracks are phenomenal. Now, I think all the other reissues have a gatefold. This does not, so that's probably step 1 of it's a bootleg. But it also has some bonus tracks. It has 5 bonus tracks, 3 on the first side, 2 on the second side, and they're okay. I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad songs. You can tell that they weren't mixed properly, but the LP proper, like the actual songs, they sound phenomenal. So it was well sourced for what it was. The vinyl is on 180 gram. There's your Audio Clarity label. So I'm gonna give you a taste of this one, and I don't remember what Steve Carlson played. I do know he did a needle drop, but I gave you a little bit of Joe's Blues. Just hear some of that early early Billy Gibbons guitar work. So let's check out the Moving Sidewalks. Down to the final two. I got no more needle drops because if I drop these two, you get YouTube blocked, you get $1 million fine, police come and knock on your door, and I think they take your left eye. I'm okay with the last one, it's a lazy eye anyway, who gives a damn. But anyway, so this one I picked up from a shop that I've been dealing with a lot online, and too much to my wife's dismay, I've been spending a lot of money there. Could go out, so have them shipped to you, right? Anyway, this is an unofficial release of an FM broadcast of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and this one's called The Fire Meets the Fury, 1989. So there was a Fire and Fury sampler CD, I believe, that was like him and Jeff Beck from different shows, and they were trading, you know, they would alternate cuts and stuff like that. This has a couple extra cuts that weren't on that, and I think there's one on that sampler. I don't remember. It's clearly not a full show, but being as that it's FM sourced, it sounds fantastic. And this label, Cult Legends, it's actually quality stuff. I mean, I went and looked at their Discogs page, and they have some other things I'm really considering picking up. This one being an 89, your set list on this is Tightrope, Look at Little Sister, Texas Flood, Leave My Girl Alone, Flip It Over, Superstition, Cold Shot, and Voodoo Child. I mean, I couldn't say no to this. Like it is pressed on 180 gram vinyl. There's your label there. Sounds fantastic, and you know, there's just not enough Stevie Ray in the world. There's just not. So I was glad to pick that one up. I've spun it couple, 3 times. I mean, once it was like twice in a row. It cooked. Really worth it. And then, lastly, when you're talking about shredders, there's this little known guy. I mean, he's, you know, it was a shame. He really didn't make a name for himself, and he passed when we were too young. And man, I wish more people would know about this guy, because, you know, I think he might have been big. Of course, I'm just talking out my ass. So I picked up another in the much needed Jimi Hendrix collection. This is the Miami Pop Festival. This was recorded 68. Yeah, the Miami Pop was May 18th, 68. And the side 4 is 2 of the afternoon performances. So we'll give you your track listing there. That's side 1 and 2. And that's side 3 and 4. As the experienced Hendrix family does, this is once again a quality set. So MoFi sleeves, got the custom labels going on, and they always give you just bang for your buck. You know, you get a nice booklet with it as well. Jimmy the Master. You can't always look tough in that hat. It was one of my favorite looks of his. When he wore a hat like that, just added an aura of badassery to him. Sorry, as I hit the mic. So you get a nice write-up, obviously on Jimmy, but also the Miami Pop Festival. Just amazing stuff. And I've been trying to go back and pick these up. when some of these came out, I wasn't really collecting vinyl at that point again, and I'm trying to get pretty much everything I can, obviously being a Jimmy fan, on wax. And I mean, I'm even trying to go for some of the non-desirable stuff as well, which we'll get into, and I'm hoping probably in the next, my goal is in 2021 to do a major video collection of my Hendrix stuff. So we'll see when that comes along, but that's another story for another day. That's it. That's all I got. Painless, right? Well, I don't know. And stare at my mug for 20 plus minutes, so I do apologize for that. Folks, thank you so much for sticking with me while I've been absent and kind of taking care of some things. Thank you also for sending Steve Carlson the just overwhelmingly positive amount of love that you have been. Steve, if you're watching, I've actually got some things sitting over there. I'm waiting on one more, and I've got stuff coming your way as well. I want to also thank Lisa L.E. for the inspiration for playing the call. Once again, if you're not familiar with them, they had a couple of hits on the alternative radio, college radio in the 80s. A lot of people didn't know, but they were a Christian rock band. They didn't really kind of put it out front as far as their stories or their beliefs, but if you listen to it, you can kind of kick up on it. But still great stuff. This is a fantastic album, great messages, very uplifting. So check them out if you're interested. This is The Calls Reconciled. So worthy of definitely checking it out. Folks, I'm going to try to be more proactive in the weeks to come. I've missed out on some contests, and if I've missed your contest, please do not take it as a slight on you. It was a me thing, so I'm going to try to get some in before the deadline. If I miss it, again, I do apologize. That being said, this is Tim from High Noons Vinyl. I get used to saying that and looking at it too. Everybody take care. I love you all. We'll talk soon. Peace.